Good morning. Welcome to another cold day on Daybreak Plus.
Daybreak Plus on a Tuesday.
A cold, snowy Tuesday.
Snow is going to be a common theme this week.
When we have
cold.
More than 300 schools. We have 344 closings. Some of those are for churches or church activities, but most are schools. So pretty much every school in West Michigan.
Listen, when I was a kid, I celebrated those days.
I think the kids are.
Well, yeah.
This is what it looks like outside right now. This is the view from our Kalamazoo studio. Let's look in Grand Rapids now at the highways. You can actually see pavement.
I was going to say, there's
a little different
pavement
from
down there
yesterday.
showing up.
So that's something. And you can actually see the snow was blowing so much yesterday. It was hard to even see anything on some of these cameras. There's another view. You can see all the bridges over the Grand River.
That's my favorite view of the city there.
It's
with
a
Yeah,
all
it's a
the
good
nice
looking
bridges.
shot, isn't it?
It's a good one. And then this is a different angle of the bridges as well. I asked Tom to put up the traffic map just so you can see how slow things are. So,
Yellow means not going the posted speed limit.
and red means not going hardly at all, just not going.
Yeah.
So he has tracked so many wrecks throughout the morning and slide off. So if you're thinking, just looking at some of the views, oh, it's not so bad, it is still really slow out on the roads. So yeah, not very pretty. One thing that was really pretty, this is the view from Marquette out over the lake. And earlier this morning, it was really cool. This was the view a few hours ago.
Wow. Look at that dance.
Nice colors.
Lake Superior Photo captured this. They had it up on a live stream overnight, so all night long, and this morning during daybreak. In fact, for most of the show, we could see this view. Now it's too light, obviously, but what a neat thing.
To see how beautiful it is, just looking at, through a camera. Can you imagine being there live, just outside? Oh,
That would be nice.
that'd be really neat.
And Matt, you said the Arctic air does help.
It does. It's just so clear and crisp. It doesn't hardly have any. In the summer, you have more water vapor in the air, so anything that makes the air clearer out there, you can see
Yeah.
the aurora better. There's not a huge difference, but at least on most nights. But yeah,
It's always a better view from the UP. You're just closer.
the key is get away from lights.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
Lots of dark sky in the UP.
Yeah, my daughter is going to be jealous because she used to be a student up there, and I don't know if she ever
Did she
saw
ever see it?
No, I don't think she did.
Oh, man.
I know, that's what I said. I was like,
That's
good
a
grief, you
bummer.
lived up there for half a year and you
Right.
didn't see the aurora. She saw plenty of this, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're seeing plenty of this.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we certainly are. This is kind of fun. I'd like to update this, when we're in snow episodes, and we are now over. Everybody is in the positive category. I'm sure that no one's surprised about that. You can see in Grand Rapids, we're about 4 inches above average, 46 so far. I wouldn't be surprised before the week is out that we'll easily exceed 50 inches for the season. You can see Muskegon knocking on the door of 70 inches, and the same thing, you'll go well up above 70 inches. We have actually another system coming in later on tonight and tomorrow. And then Houghton Lake's doing really good. I like to show Houghton Lake because that's kind of the center of northern lower Michigan, and for snowmobilers, they're like, oh yeah, that's because there's a lot of fantastic trails. I was actually up there this past weekend, and Marquette, Golden Shovel Award, man. Look at that.
That was the thing.
154 inches
58.
and almost 60
Wow.
inches above average.
Oh, my
Which is
goodness.
saying something because Marquette gets clobbered with snow every year anyway. It seems like at least most years. So we're doing really well this winter if you're a fan of the snow. You can see kind of a broad view going on with snow is still out there. It's just lighter, and eventually it's kind of going to fade away. We have 1 mile visibility in Kalamazoo. Now, if you recall yesterday when I was doing this, we had consistent visibility issues of around a half a mile, even sometimes eighth of a mile, and even sometimes whiteout conditions. And of course, that is what led to numerous multi-car wrecks on the freeway when you just can't see anything, in front of you. Plus, all those vehicles going down the road, blowing the snow as well. So that made for a very bad combination. So I don't think that combination is going to be as prevalent today. One of the reasons why is the wind isn't going to be as strong. We had some wind gusts, over 50 miles an hour in Muskegon yesterday, 40s along the lakeshore and 30s inland. We're not going to experience that today. Everybody's still going to experience the cold, 7-degree temperature as we are on live right now. You can see colder to the north and west, but even this isn't quite as cold as it was yesterday. You can see 7 below in Grand Rapids. We ought to see wind chills today, kind of 0 to 10 below throughout the entire day.
Oh, is that it?
That's it. I mean, we're used to that, right?
No big deal.
It's kind of funny. My dog at home, she's like, "Come on, when are we going for a walk? When are we going for a walk? Come on, come on, come on!" And we get
you're like,
outside, like the first 100 feet, she's like, "Yeah, I'm ready to go back."
I'm ready.
Mine is not too excited to go out in that either.
Yeah, who can blame him?
He is at first, like you're saying. He'll bound around for
Oh
a
yeah,
minute, and then,
yeah. And they're like, "Okay, it's
I'm
time to
done."
go in. I need to warm up and lay on your bed." Okay, here's that next system coming into North Central Plains, heading our direction. Won't arrive here until after midnight, as it appears. Here's the Futurecast breaking it down by 6 o'clock this evening. I think the evening commute, outside of whatever compacted snow is out there, I think the snow essentially is going to be done. That is for a little while. Then tomorrow morning's commute does not look fun. Probably some advisories with that from the National Weather Service, so give yourself some extra time on that one. You'll need it. And then once that system pulls away, we're going to see the lake effect really kicking in, it looks like, Wednesday overnight into Thursday morning. So no rest for the weary. We're looking at, in general, I think most areas are in the 2 to 4 inch range for the snowfall, but there will be some areas such as Holland, Muskegon, up to Fremont that could see certainly more than that, to upwards of a half a foot of snow. For instance, you see that 7.7 Muskegon. Yeah, you could see that during the day tomorrow. 8-day forecast. Enjoy tomorrow's warmth. 29 degrees. Woo!
Celebration.
Yeah, virtual heat wave. And then here comes more Arctic air. And this one really is going to have some teeth to it. We're looking at 3 consecutive days, likely below 0. Friday afternoon, the forecast models actually have us going from 10 above to below 0 temperatures, not feel-like readings, just actual temperatures.
Straight up
by the
below.
end of Friday, below 0. And then Saturday morning, some forecast models give us a low of 21 below. That's if you have perfectly clear sky and with that fresh snowpack on the ground. That's the setup for really cold temperatures. I'm not going there yet. We're going to stop it at 5 below, but don't be surprised even colder than that. And then we kind of ease our way out of it very slowly next week. So the heart of the cold is going to be this upcoming weekend.
oh man,
And it's going to stick around. It looks like 8 to 14-day temperature outlook has cold lingering right on through the end of March, kind of bleeding into early February. But I think we'll start to at least see some semi-normal temperatures in the second week of February.
semi-normal.
Semi-normal.
Well, which
that
is,
what
you
we're
know, you can
hoping
see where
for?
normals are right around 30 degrees.
That's gonna feel downright balmy to us.
Yeah.
That's when George is gonna go ice skating.
It's got to be in
I
the
said,
30s.
"You ready to do some ice skating?"
He said, absolutely not. Not right now.
Just too cold for you, huh?
Yeah, well, it's mid-February, early March. When does the rink close?
Well,
Get in
it's,
there like
it's
a week or two
somewhat
before.
weather dependent,
Yeah.
but the ones that have the cooling systems will stay open a little longer.
Do you ice skate, George?
I do, but haven't been skating in a while.
Okay.
Tell him
All right.
about your ice skating.
Oh, you don't know this.
No.
A secret fact about me. Elementary school, 3rd place in the speed skating
All
contest.
right.
Can't remember if it was 5th or 6th grade,
Yeah.
somewhere along there. But I can skate forwards. I can't skate backwards.
All right. Okay.
I can skate pretty
Forward
fast.
fast.
Back in the day. Let's
Back in the
qualify that.
So our goal is to get George out on the rink.
Those days
Yeah.
are behind me.
Matt hated speed skating.
Oh, I hated it. Couldn't stand it.
We did it several years ago just for fun on Daybreak to get ready for the Winter Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we should do it again.
We should do all the Olympic
enjoy.
sports.
We did a lot of them. We
Did you?
did speed skating. For tomorrow, I'll try and pull out some of the old videos.
All right.
That'd be
We-
funny.
We
Yeah.
did speed skating, curling,
Mm-hmm.
luging, because Muskegon is Winter Sports
right.
Complex. They have the luging
It's really
track.
cool.
Did we do anything else? I think that was it.
Skiing, do we snowboard?
Those 3.
Yeah. I think
That was enough.
yep, that was about it. Yeah.
We could get in some skiing this time, though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll see. Matt, thank
Not for
you.
me, though.
Not for you. You're
not
gonna-
ice skating.
No, skiing. We could do some
Yeah,
skiing
right, yeah.
because you could get
That
in
I
on
can do.
action. It is bitterly cold out, Matt. You can. I know you have to get ready for
Yeah.
your next update, but with the bitter cold, there are a lot of people who need a place to stay warm, and libraries are one of the places that you can go during the day.
Yes, they have been serving as warming centers for a lot of people, and that's really in any city that you're
Yes.
living in. The
So-
library is always a possibility.
So David Horak went to find out what you'll find at the library if you do go there to warm up.
Teresa and George, libraries do not operate as overnight shelters, but they still provide warmth and plenty of resources for those who need it during this cold spell and beyond. Case in point, the Grand Rapids Public Library has 8 branches with 160 staff members, and the Kent District Library has more than 20 locations with about 300 employees, all opening their doors to anyone seeking refuge from the cold. Inside, people can find Wi-Fi, computers, and restrooms to help them out. And staff members can also connect visitors with emergency shelters, outreach teams, and housing resources if needed.
It doesn't matter if it's a day like today or if it's really hot out or just a regular old day. And we exist to further all people through kindness, sympathy, and love and try to meet people where they're at. And we're just glad to be here for everybody in Kent County.
And Grand Rapids Public Library Director John McNaughton added that they value their role as a safe and welcoming space, especially during inclement weather like this, while at the same time communicating with local emergency shelters, outreach teams, and other critical community resources because they are only open during posted hours. Again, they don't operate as an overnight shelter, but if needed, they connect anyone who is vulnerable in these conditions to those resources, which are definitely much more prominent during this cold spell. Teresa and George.
If you're one of those people out there who's got a snowblower that's got, moving wheels, that it's not that hard to do more than just your block, just your bit of the block, think about doing the whole block, because there are a lot of people out there that if the whole block isn't shoveled, 90% of shoveled doesn't let them be mobile.
Following the news in Wyoming this morning, where several people don't have homes to go back to after a fire last night at this apartment complex in Wyoming.
This was Clyde Park Avenue and 44th Street. Several residents, as you mentioned, were displaced. A couple of people had minor injuries, and there were a total of 30 units damaged at the Crossroads apartments.
The flames, when they, in the roof like that, like we saw, you can imagine how quickly that would
just
spread in an
spreads.
attic space. And then the damage from water when they're having to spray so much of it on all of the homes underneath that, all of the units underneath that. So that's a pretty serious situation in Wyoming that we're following up on today, trying to get in touch with the people who lost their homes in that fire. We also have an update for you on the TikTok stars, Josh and Jace. We
Josh and
mentioned we've been
Jace.
kind of following their journey, and more than we expected to.
Right.
Because Josh ended up in the hospital. We knew it was because of pain, but I don't think they knew why exactly yet. They were trying to get that all figured out at the hospital.
So the official word is a disc in his spine, and it was bulging. And so he's on painkillers and had to spend some time in the hospital, told to relax, no more shoveling snow for him.
No more shoveling, probably no more shooting baskets. They did some sledding on Sleeping Bear Dunes, which you probably haven't done that yet.
No, I have not.
That's a big hill to go down on a sled.
Yeah.
I've done it before. It can be scary. It's certainly not good on the back. So yeah, he's recovering now, resting up.
Interested to see where they go next.
We have celebrities to talk about coming up next, and a few notes that you can share at work today about things that happened on this day in Michigan history.
Very important day in Michigan history. Stay with us.
All right, here we go. Back to Daybreak Plus.
Welcome back on a snowy Tuesday morning. Snow is going to be a constant theme all week.
I think it might be a while.
Yeah, it may be longer
before
than a week,
We're not
actually.
talking about snow. That's okay.
It's winter.
It is winter in Michigan. We have some celebrities to say happy birthday to, including if you were a fan of The Office.
Rainn
know.
Wilson.
60 years old today. I couldn't believe that.
Dwight on The Office. That's a
Dwight-
gret show. I
Dwight
enjoyed it.
Schrute. He's been in a lot of other things too, but I
Yeah.
think he'll always be best known
That's
for
his
that
signature
role.
one.
In the sports world, the young J.J. McCarthy is still young. He's 23 years old today.
Former University of Michigan quarterback, now Minnesota Vikings quarterback. Of course, he won a national championship when he was with the Wolverines. He's always got that in his resume. Can't
Always.
take that away from him.
All right, Buzz Aldrin,
This is great.
96 years old.
The second person to walk on the moon following Neil Armstrong. Wow.
We've got a good variety. in
96
birthdays
years
today.
old. Yeah, that's a good one.
And then 70
Oh,
years
yeah, I
old
forgot
today,
about Bill.
Bill Maher.
Bill Maher, talk show host.
I like the variety. We took you to space. We took you to the
Yeah.
field. We took you to the
We've
screen.
got young, we've got older.
That's the birthdays.
Huh? There we go.
On this day in Michigan history, the first locomotive-powered train.
1837. I was reading, it went from Adrian to Toledo.
Doesn't look like a comfortable ride.
I was also reading that horses used to pull the trains along.
Yes.
So this is going a little bit faster.
A little bit faster, pretty bumpy. I imagine it went off the track quite a few times, but it was progress. Also progress, several years later, 43 years later, we had the first international phone line. It was Detroit to Windsor. On
There
a
we
phone
go.
I probably wouldn't know how to operate.
1880. Nobody would know how
I think
to
you
operate
just
them
pick
anymore.
it up and then
you get the operator
someone connects you.
connect. You remember those days? Do you remember those days? I remember the days where you would get connecting.
Really?
You'd have to call and operator. I'd like to make a.
So my grandpa is 96 years old, much like Buzz Aldrin, and he and my grandma used to tell stories about when they got their first phone lines and how you would share it with the neighbors. So, I mean, you and I remember having to share the phone line with siblings.
Right.
And hey, I'm expecting a call. Get off the phone. It's going to be busy. Well, in their day, it was the whole neighborhood you were sharing a phone line with. So, things improve. Okay, let's talk music. On this day in 1988, the Supremes were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Supremes from Detroit, Michigan. How about that? Motown.
So much history there.
I lived in Cleveland, and I've never been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's a big mistake.
What about the Motown Museum?
I've not been there either.
Okay,
So
well,
I have
let's
two
start
places on my
there.
list. That's
Even-
closer.
Yeah, that's closer. But next time you go visit Cleveland, you'll have to do
Gotta
that.
go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I was there in 2016, so it's been a while.
I lived there and didn't go. That is a shame.
I wonder if my husband's from there. I wonder if he's actually
He's probably been.
He has to have,
Have
right?
to. I'm counting on him.
Yeah. Okay, we're moving on, getting into the end of the show here. Our last word has to do with the Detroit Lions and the reports of a new offensive coordinator.
Drew Petzig, 38 years old, spent the last 3 years with the Arizona Cardinals. He is reportedly the new guy. The Lions got rid of their former offensive coordinator. Dan Campbell actually took play calling duties away from him, so this is the new guy. Interesting note, there are a lot of changes in the offseason as far as head coaches and
Yes.
coordinators are concerned. I think it was 10 head coaches.
We were calling it, and not us, somebody else coined it, but the head coach carousel.
Oh,
Yeah.
and think about that. All the coordinators, all the families, they've got to find new jobs and relocate and
Yeah.
new schools for the kids. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of fallout. People just demand that you fire these guys,
Right.
but there's a lot of fallout from it. They've got to find new jobs.
And how much time should you give? Like, should you be this impatient about
There's a lot of
coaching?
impatience in the coaching
Well, yeah, I
circuit.
mean, it takes a while to build up your team, and then for the team to earn or to grow their trust in the coaching staff, right?
Right.
I don't know.
Everybody wants immediate results now.
Yeah. Well, give the people what they want, I suppose.
And speaking of immediate results, Indiana University just won the national championship in football. They did that in 2 years.
And they are not firing their head coach.
They're not firing the head coach. He's got a job for a while.
Man,
Let's see if he stays there. He's
After
gonna have some
losing so
offers.
many years in a row.
Yeah, they
well,
were
that's
not
true.
good. They were not a good program.
Yeah, those fans are pumped this morning.
It shows you coaching does make a difference.
Sure does. Hey, thanks for watching us on a snowy Tuesday. We'll be back with more snow tomorrow.
More snow tomorrow. Have a good day.